especially because it's not necessarily, Germany, while they've had some solid teams over the course of the years and whatnot, they really have I guess no team to necessarily latch onto once you get into the later stages of the tournaments a lot of the time. So yeah, here we go. ForZe making their way out onto the B bomb side very smoothly at that. Equal trades so far. Nitro still staying alive. Bomb's going to go down, and so is Nitro.
Well, Almirza picking that one up. He heads in towards kitchen. Twist is there at the window. Another player coming just in behind him. Great flashbang, but Almirza cannot capitalize. Twist able to pick that one up relatively simply. And we'll be into the 2v2 as they start to move on in. FaceCrack just hides behind the wall. The Glock doing a little bit of damage, but Twist will pick up FaceCrack all onto Flit into the 1 versus 2. Trying to wrap around the back of the bomb site. Twist had no idea where he is, and he's just walking around here. There's a goal. Flit has another opportunity here. Low HP, the time ticking. He's playing this one so well. Flit picks up the pistol, and ForZe will go 1-0.
Very well done by ForZe. Quick and nimble towards the B bomb site to get the first opening of the round. For those who just joined, this is the map pick of ForZe as well. So you would expect them to have something extra planned, and obviously they kind of need to going up against a team of Liquid's caliber. We saw Liquid play Mirage once so far in this tournament. That was over towards the initial stages of the group stages versus No Chance, and well, fair to say that they were given no chance in that matchup. That was just Liquid from start to finish. There we go. Quickly up towards the A-bomb site. Tag damage being done onto FaceCrack. No kill yet.
Well, FaceCrack, the 1 kill on the MAC-10. Stewie has an answer. It's still 4v4. Bomb planted. Nitro is taken away Flit as well, but Z-Part able to step up on top of the stairs. Will be in sandwich, looking for another one as well, and easy cleanup there towards the end from ForZe. 2-0. This is where we start to see Team Liquid, be another bit of an eco here, maybe an upgraded pistol on a couple of the players. But we look towards ForZe just taking this one.
Should be pretty easy going. And for ForZe, obviously, that means the more people you're able to stay alive with, the better of an economy you're going to have. And I think that's going to be key for them as they move forward here. We'll see, though. Had a pretty blazing pace so far to start off the game. We're going to see if that continues in the third round. Bit of a stack from Liquid's side as well. Heavy mid-presence through connector. Nobody actually on that B's bomb side entirely. It seems like Naf is going to make the rotation eventually. ForZe, though, with bomb set up towards A, so it might be a similar push to what we saw in the last round. Just first having the 2 players on B, kind of clearing things out.
Well, Z-Part going for the grenade kill. Luckily, there's a wall protecting Twist, but the MAC-10 will eventually pick up the headshot, leaving Stewie and Nitro in a 2v5. As FaceCrack walks around the corner, Stewie will be finished off, and then Nitro, the last man alive, over towards ramp. I mean, it's not exactly looking likely he'll be able to pull this one off, so it'll be 3-0 here for ForZe, and really in the next one is when I'm excited to see what Liquid can get done.
Yeah, no, very much so, and see what kind of strategies ForZe has planned for this, and well, pretty much how much they're going to have really in their back pocket, because we can expect Liquid to be able to adapt and do well to figure out how to set up their defense. It's going to be on ForZe to keep surprising and be a nuisance to read. Great start, at least, for the Russian side so far.
Yeah, we did. Here's the odds from GG.bet coming in. Liquid definitely favored here, but
I'm actually surprised by how close this is. Yeah.
Because I think I was watching you and Stunner the other day, and every odd that came up, Liquid was just like miles ahead of everyone in the odds.
Yeah, no, it was pretty one-sided a lot of the time, and I think I said it actually during the first match day we had Liquid that I was expecting this to be the case for every matchup. Like, even if you get into finals with Liquid and G2, it should be pretty favored.
Yeah.
For Liquid, but ForZe apparently showing that there's worth thinking it over. And maybe that's why FaceCrack with the immediate elimination of Nitro.
Well, FaceCrack's looking for another one. Multiple players coming in towards this position. And FaceCrack, he wants to do exactly that, but it's Flit that'll take a frag on the NAF. And the rest of the players from Liquid not looking too solid here. Good answer from ForZe. I was going to bring up the point that we seen earlier, we've seen Sprout pick up 2 rods, and then after that, G2 just walked away with a load. I was maybe expecting that maybe to happen here for Team Liquid, but ForZe, good answer. They prove us wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, Miro.
Well, but one difference we've seen so far out of ForZe compared to, I guess, Sprout is that Sprout's very happy to go to their defaults.
Yeah.
Tempo has been extremely high here out of ForZe so far. It's literally just been pushes from left to right. And even though they have dropped 4 players here, the attempts of chasing people down, I think that's still going to be okay. They've done pretty awesome job so far of keeping players alive, and Liquid actually losing a leash at the very end there is going to be more painful for them. Still going to get a buy-in, though. Stewie, first one to don the AWP on Liquid. That is kind of a hot potato in that Liquid team.
Yeah.
Nitro, every now and again, mainly on CT sides, will use the AWP a fair bit, but we've seen Naf and Stewie also pick it up.
Yeah, that's something you can really use on Team Liquid. I think back in like 2016, early 2017, we were kind of talking about how Stewie could actually be good enough to be a main AWPer on a team. So you've got like the potential there on Stewie, Naf as well. We've seen him wield the AWP. Yeah, so much depth there on Liquid. Very skilled indeed. But ForZe, they got the AWP in the hands of Z-Power, and they look to go for an A execute again, not the default, straight into an execute.
Bit of a wild one. Been successful so far, but there's 3 Liquid members with guns this time around to deal with.
Well, Stewie's in a very scary position with this AWP. In default, gets his head torn off by Almirza.
That was quick.
At this point, Liquid, they realize they have to leave that bomb site. ForZe have control of it. It's either got to be the retake or the save here from Team Liquid. Now, he's going to be dropped off the stairs. The Liege able to trade back, but it's into the 4v3. One from Fierce Crack comes in. He looks back over towards the top of the stairs, but it's a Liege on the kill. But ForZe, they're doing a great job here, just answering back. Liege, he's got 3. He has to do it all. It has to be the ace from Liege. He looks back towards ramp, but Z-Power finds it, and it's a 5-0 start from ForZe.
Hot damn. That's really impressive for ForZe. And yeah, as you said, it's the concentrating that really does it for them. And well, not exactly trading, but something else, somewhat related. If you guys at home want to check out something cool, head over to csgo.net and use the code Cologne to get 30% more balance on what you put in, and also try to win some cool skins.
Yeah, indeed. Definitely, we've seen a lot of cool skins today, and Stewie's rocking in Nova. Maybe he has a cool skin on that. Maybe that's the reason he's got it.
So you can get fancy with it as well. Naf tried to get fancy in Connector. Didn't really work out for him. 4 HP, but no kills on either side just yet.
Yeah, very close to death, though, on Team Liquid. Naf barely alive at this point. Jerry looking to try and edge his way through Palace. You can see him for that no one's relatively close, but Stewie is below with the Nova.
Not even a skin.
Yeah.
Damn.
He definitely needs to head over to csgo.net.
sort himself out. Well, we'll see if he can actually net some kills and get some money. Face crack. Here's a shot. Not really sure where it came from, though. As he works his way up. 50 seconds still, so there's no rush just yet for him. There we go. Jerry finds Twists out of position. Stewie finally puts that Nova to work. There you go. 900 bucks, but no more. And Elige, he's been a nuisance. He's been all over the place. He's going to get traded, though. Almazer. Oh, sending the Kobe grenade over towards Catwalk. Nav happily replies or takes that to his chin. Leaves Nitro. And look at how calm ForZe have been. They never really stressed out about the trades going on, just maintaining position, not doing anything reckless. Now they're going to get a bomb plant down over towards the B bomb site. Flit hanging out with low HP. That's going to be the end of him. Question is now whether or not Nitro is going to decide to hold on, or if he actually feels lucky. Does have a diffuse kit, does have like Kevlar.
Well, he can try and fake with the flash as much as he wants, but Almirza, he knows exactly where he is.
Almirza's really gotten off to a hot start here. 11 frags, 6 rounds in.
Yeah, that's actually quite impressive, and especially since, you're going up against the best team in the world, you can sort of have a little bit of, the jitters, but a 6-0 start from ForZe, this is definitely what they would be looking for. Yeah,
and if not misremembering, in that crazy overtime game, quadruple overtime game that they had versus G2 on Inferno, it was Almazer and Z-Power kind of leading the way fragging-wise.
I feel like with ForZe, though, you can have a different person at the top of the scoreboard
any given day. Yeah, we did talk about Jerry's leading up to this matchup, the fact that he's one of those I guess, unique in-game leaders that tend to have pretty high frag ratio as well. Well, it's cool to see, and getting the first pause, really, of the game. I'm assuming that's going to be on Liquid side. They're probably wondering what hit them right now. ForZe have come out looking really, really good on their own map pick.
So, sometimes teams can start to, when they're first playing ForZe, they can start to struggle a little bit because they've got such a scary play style, right? The CIS region, so aggressive straight away. You know, we aren't seeing that default that's easily picked apart. It's just straight into the executes, and they'll force you off the bomb site.
Yeah, it's like, we're going to run at you, even if you like it or not.
You got to find a way to handle that.
Yeah. I mean, for again, we've always seen this question crop up because Liquid, North American team playing in an invitational with mainly European teams, whether or not they're playing with ping and that kind of stuff. They started off the tournament playing from Malta as a part of their boot camp leading into the Pro League finals. Now they're actually in France. So again, no source of ping issues whatsoever. Pretty even keel when it comes to ping.
Two pretty nice locations to be playing Counter-Strike from as well.
Yeah, Malta
so you
and
go from Malta,
Montpellier.
then you just go to the south of France. You know, it could be worse.
Yeah. Will say, though, I do expect them spending most of their time on the inside and like
that's true.
buried in front of a computer. But who knows? If they can get a good result, if they can qualify for Cologne here today, they might treat themselves to a nice little walk along the promenade. We'll see, though. Back into the action we go. 6-0 lead for ForZe. Looking really, really strong so far.
Well, double up setup coming in for Team Liquid. Stewie and Nitro rocking in. A little bit of aggression towards ramp this time. They want to bring the fight to ForZe. Towards short fist crack tapping away. This angle might be watched to Stewie. They're back over towards the window.
That double up setup on Liquid. Nitro over in the B-Ab, so they've changed up their positioning a little bit.
Joel, Naf, able to pick that one up. Fist crack just sitting towards chair. Naf with a peeker's advantage perhaps, taking that one away. Nitro spots a little bit of a player, doesn't take the shot, but knows that they're there. He wants to wait until they come into his crosshair, and there's the first. Falls back inside of the B bomb site, and Liquid following up on their early advantage. Another one from Nitro, and this time ForZe are being picked apart. So I think that's a great change in sort of how the Team Liquid team approach that. You know, they show a little bit of aggression towards ramping and kind of shake ForZe up a little bit. Absolutely. Again, kind of allowing, removing any opportunity for ForZe to be really quick about setting up executes and whatnot. Also, a lot of information going the way of Team Liquid early on if they were to do so. It's a nice way to counteract that. Double ops as well kind of forces your hand in terms of using more utility than you potentially would have liked to get forward on the map. And with the pause coming in, that might be ForZe talking things over. Again, we see a lot of teams more like they have the, I guess, swimming start, everything's going nicely, and then they run into double ops, and everything just shuts down immediately. Have no seemingly answer to what they want to do, how they're meant to deal with it. But it might be a little bit different. Actually, Nitro's given up the op that he had towards the B site now. It's going to go back on Naf. It's pretty cool that, he can have such a big run like that and still be completely selfless and just give the op away. Yeah. I know a lot of people, a lot of players would be like, okay, I've just had a sick play with the AWP, I'm going to AWP the rest of this game. I am the main now. Yeah. Well, Stewie going towards window. Smoke for short is up, and window smoke comes through as well. So Stewie's kind of forced away, but they've got Naf who can replace him up towards short. He wants to try and get this pick, but no one coming on the other end of the smoke. No one there at all. Well, all the ForZe members nearby mid. There's 2 players in underpass. FaceCrack is going to be left alone for the time being. Split, just making sure nobody's backstabbing from B-Apps. Well, from the looks of it, will be another A hit. Just a different look of it. With a split through connector. And honestly, that initial defense here on the A bomb side needs to be really, really good on the side of Liquid for this to work out. There we go. Stewie taking down in window. So, Elise, you need to do a lot of work here. Elise on the other end of the smoke. The stuns coming towards him. There's the first. Can he get the second? No. Jerry able to answer back immediately. So it's into the 3v2. Bomb getting planted. ForZe have the advantage, but Nitro has a great play through CT. Denies the bomb plant, and Jerry's left on the floor. Another attempt coming through, but Nitro, what is that? Looking away from the flash, but none came his way. He'll still get the kill on the Z-Pot. Flit the last man standing into the 1v2. So great stuff from Nitro yet again.
Wow. ForZe jumping on that bomb plant a little bit too soon. Not clearing out, not having cover for CT spawn. Might be what does them in. Flit has been given at least some real estate to move around with. Oh, wow. Finds the drop on Nap. He's also going to make it past, too. Doesn't really matter that Nitro finds him or tags him up a little bit. He's going to get the bomb plant down, no problem.
Well, it becomes a mystery of where he decides to play from.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of a mind game.
Oof.
He's gone back up towards apartments. The bomb planted.
There's a smoke on Nitro, though.
Yeah, it's very far away from the apartments. So you've got a kit as well, so we could definitely go for the defuse, but at this point he's wanting to make sure that he's not close by. Flit just playing from the apartments in behind the corner. Wants to wait until the sound is made, but Nitro literally just could stick this bomb. He taps it, and Flit is playing for it. Starts to spray away. Gives away that he's playing from there. Nitro goes back towards the bomb, waiting for the time to tick, and eventually will start to defuse yet again. And there it is. He pulls off the ninja defuse, and that is so unfortunate for Flit. He was getting the spray through, but just not connecting.
Yeah, that's the issue with, I guess, the planted position that he opted for. Again, he plants open for window, and I guess I'm not really sure what the idea behind that is, because obviously if he's planted for a window and he wants to sell the illusion that Nitro, well, that he's playing from kitchen or something like that, then Nitro would have ran into him as he rotates in, barring coming from catwalk. And then again, like, basically avoiding planting in the corner, which would have left Nitro with just a single position to defuse from. Then as soon as that smoke goes down, it's advantage Nitro.
Well, that's a kill for Stewie. Just drops through the window, drops Flit, but traded back by Jerry. The Liege is there to pick up the scraps as that's 2 kills coming in. A third is on the table towards Connector, but he looks back over towards Palace, runs out of ammo, pulls out the P2000. It's so awkward. Definitely could have got more than the initial kills he picked up, but Mazer and FaceCrack have just pulled this one right back into a 2v1.
They really have, but Bomb's currently left stranded over by the B apps entrance. I mean, Nitro obviously can't expect this to be the case, so he's going to move over towards A. Probably starting to think twice as to what's going on, why there's been no bomb plant, if he's at the right side at all. Just waiting patiently for now. There's no real reason for FaceCrack to move. The big question is what they decide to do with the bomb, if they want to send Almazra as a lone warrior towards B, or if he's going to rotate back in towards A.
Nitro's had to do a lot for Liquid in these last couple of runs. Clutching in the last one. Big plays in towards the B bomb site. Now I got to go in towards the A bomb site. One through jungle, one coming in from the ramp, and that's the bomb. They're going to start to use up the rest of the utility here on the forward side to make sure that any possible corner Nitro could be playing from is checked, but he's inside of the connector. The bomb plant coming through. Nitro, if you place this one correctly, might get a chance while FaceCrack looks away, but they're both going towards jungle. Nitro walks through the connector smoke, and ForZe pull it off.
They really do, and that was a pretty hefty advantage in the favor of Liquid there until you see the trades coming in from Almazra and FaceCrack to salvage it. They bring it back, and I mean, look at the money. Liquid, they're struggling right now. This could very easily get away from them. ForZe on a full buy, more or less. Galil and Flit, and obviously lacking utility there, but Liquid, yeah, this is unexpected.
Yeah, it's already a good half for ForZe, right? You know,
yeah.
Even if they lose the rest, they're still only 1 round, behind. But obviously, in the position that they're in right now, you'd expect them to get a little bit more than just the 7. It might just be the early pick here from Jerry. Spraying away, pick it up Elise, who goes on a bit of a push through Palace.
Well, so far, so good for the Russians. They're going to creep out into mid here with the bomb, FaceCrack, and Z-Power. Stu having a bit of a gander down towards mid. It's not spotted. And he has no idea that somebody's made it behind the boxes yet either.
Well, you'll see the utility come on over. Looks towards under window, and that's so unfortunate. Sees the player under the window, but FaceCrack towards top mid, picks him off. It'll be the 2-man advantage for ForZe at this point. And they go with their final push, their final play. Naf picks up one on the P250, but they know where he is. It doesn't matter for Twist and Naf. They've got 3 kills out of nowhere. The bomb's on the floor. Almazra and Z-Power have to pull this off. I don't know how that just happened.
Some excellent shots connected. Z-Power misses his opportunity. Got the Molotov. Might do it.
No, Oh, it doesn't even extend at all. Oh, there we
go. And he's patient enough to wait for it. 20 seconds left, so there's still time. Almazer feels like he's got people cornered off, and he does. There we go. So, yep.
They recover.
A little bit of a hiccup midway through that round, but they do manage to salvage it, so they do get that 8th round. And Liquid, well, definitely not where they expect it to be, and I don't think anyone would have expected this to be the odds either. GG bet with the odds favoring Force in a pretty significant manner as well. 1-4 to Liquid's 2.78 odds to win the map. Fair enough, it is Force's map pick and all, but it's Liquid we're talking about after all. It's the #1 team in the world.
Yeah.
Right now they're going up against a Russian side that's, well, as you said, on the brink of, well, being within the top 30. Look at Jerry's tempo here. Leading the charge.
Doesn't even care, but Nitro does finish him off. Kill comes in from Z-Power. That'll be into a 4v4. Bomb planted the default. She's going to be dropped as well. This is really solid stuff from Almazer for ForZe. All the important kills. And this puts Liquid in an impossible situation. Stewie and Twist, they're left into a 2v4, and they just cannot handle this Liquid. Just the sheer aggression from ForZe is so hard to play.
These B pushes have been flawless from ForZe. There's no stuttering, really. They never really get stopped in their tracks. They never start to fumble. Everyone's just running at it. Liquid definitely taking on a bit of a heel here. Twist is going to be able to find face crack. Is he going to be able to get around the corner here before there's more to be had? He's going to throw that on smoke, so should be able to stay alive. Or is he actually? Yeah, tucks himself into a corner. Flit not completely convinced as to where he's going to be. So 9 rounds on the board for Force, and double digits looking very likely.
The only rounds that Liquid have won have been, not that convincing. Nitro winning the Ninja Diffuse run, this hasn't looked good from Liquid at all. It's very surprising.
Yeah. I think definitely a lot to the credit of Force, though. They're playing some wonderful Counter-Strike, and we were talking about how G2 looked much better today, playing off of each other. Definitely been the case for Force as well. Done such a good job of trading efficiently for most of the rounds. This is finally going to be one of the scenarios where Stewie finds an opening kill and there's no trade.
Yeah, Z-Power unable to land that opening kill. He was very close to getting it, but couldn't quite connect his shot, and so Stewie comes in, takes his opportunity. Face crack, picking up the AWP. Almazer looks for the cross. Will eventually fall away. ForZe just trying to slow the pace a little bit, try and recover from losing that early man.
See how it all pans out. Very static setup so far from Force, not really giving any clear indications as to where they want to go. Flit posted up pretty aggressively towards B apps. Meanwhile, the rest of them, 3 Banditos, has moved towards A. Smokes come out. We'll see if they actually commit on this or not.
Well, here's the execute. Molotov goes towards the bench, but Stewie still walks right through, able to pick that up. So it's back into the man advantage for Liquid as Nitro takes away Flit. Almazer and Jerry, they've got to pull this off again. Liquid have 1 player on default, and that's Twist. Headshot connected, leaving Almazer on his own and sandwich. The Shadow gives it away, but Stewie peeks into him with AWP. 9-3, Liquid finally back to winning ways.
Yeah, I think he actually caught the Shadow of
the stairs
of Naf. Yeah, exactly. So he thought it was way closer on the corner than he actually was. A bit unfortunate for him. And I guess like if you talk about realism, probably Smoke should be able to cancel out the Shadow, but
at least a little bit. It shouldn't be like flawless.
There you have it. Especially because the Smoke doesn't cast a Shadow, right?
Yeah.
So there we go. Doesn't quite pan out for Force, but still in a pretty alright situation. They might have to go for a bit of an eco here now. The money's not the best on their side. 2.6 on 2 of their players, 2.1 on face crack. Only really Z-Power and Flit that have disposable income at this stage. But given how the first half has played out so far, I can't really be too nervous about taking an eco. Plenty of rounds to still play with. If you were to end up with 9, that's still pretty decent TF by all means.
Yeah, especially since, traditionally you consider Mirage as a map that perhaps is a bit more CT-sided.
Yeah, for sure.
So getting 9 on the T side already, that is very solid. Although it has been close in a couple of these runs, and that's why they've had to go for this sort of low investment. They've gone for the AK, a couple of upgraded Deagles, but they should be on paper around for Liquid, and there's Elige and Twist picking up the 2 early picks, but Elige gets another, but the bomb is getting planted, and that's job done for ForZe. It's into a 2v3 as well, so still a chance for ForZe to maybe pull this off. As Stu looks over the top of default, AWP, close shot is Naf, taking that one away. Now Zpar, the last man alive, into the 1 versus 3, stuck on default. They know exactly where he is, so the bombardment of grenades coming in towards him, although he still takes the headshot on the Naf. Looking for another, he's made the right call, but Nitro takes the headshot. It will be another one for Liquid, but ForZe, they get the bomb plant, they get 3 kills.
Yeah, Zpower having pretty much the correct read throughout the entire way there as to how he had to play that, nearly catching the guy on firebox as well as he makes the rotation in. In the end, it's not going to be enough, but as he said, pretty much the second that bomb plant goes down, it's mission accomplished. There you go, Almazr. Yeah, 17 and 7 right now. Carrying the way forward. Having a real good game. On the side of Liquid, it's Nitro and Elige to lead the fragging so far, at least. Somewhat surprised that we haven't seen more out of players like Naf and Twists, but still a lot of CS to be played.
Well, coming in towards Elige, very fast-paced. The flash was in. Elige still gets the kill. Z-Power trades instantaneously. A lot of shots going through the smoke, though. Drops inside the middle, and the player didn't have the smoke up there in window. Liquid definitely lost another one there. Luckily, the smoke was there, but Nitro in firebox has an idea just to hide there. Not giving it away. He's going to wait until multiple players come across his side of the map, and once they take the A-bomb side, that's when he can strike, punts on them. They'll have no idea.
Bombs getting retrieved towards B-Apps once more. The forward positioning from ForZe is just something else. Let's see what this leads to, though, if Jerry wants to tuck tail towards B or if he's heading back to A. It makes sense, but I think the likes of Nitro might have actually snuck in on the A-bomb site without the knowledge of ForZe, and that could actually be pretty detrimental.
Well, there is Nitro. Patience pays off, although the trade is there. And Almazr, he's able to get himself 2 kills. Easily done. Just stands on top of the triple stack as well. Completely susceptible to any other angle of the A-bomb site. Turns around, gets the 180. Back towards CT. He's on another level, this guy. And it's got to feel good playing this well against the best team in the world.
Yeah, I mean, ForZe have to be elated with how they're playing right now. This is definitely what you want to see. And we talked about them putting up a good fight, but they're very much within a chance of picking up a map here versus Liquid.
Yeah, this is not a fair fight at the minute. It's like Anthony Joshua when he got knocked out by Ruiz the other day.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Stewie lining up 2 players, Fierce Crack and Flip, both fall. And the man advantage is there on the CT side. Jerry starting to make his way in towards the ladder room, although Stewie is up here defending off the window, but Jerry will dispatch with him, and it's back into the 3v3.
Still very much doable. Z-Power with that op. Going very past these, expecting a push. Oh, is Nitro been a little bit too late here? Finds just the right moment to find Almazr.
It's recoverable if Liquid get 5. If they win a pistol, then that sets them up in the second half, but again, they're going to be very disappointed with the half showing they've got here. It's looking good for their chances to maybe pick up that 5th at the half. Although ForZe have shown us they can turn around these runs into run wins when they really are up against the ropes. So we'll see if they can make it happen again. Twitch just sitting towards the top of the connector. There's a player on the other end of it, but very patiently waiting as Jerry's waiting on his teammate to come back, and he might actually just boost up inside of jungle. Get a little bit more control, start the wrap, but look, someone's watching. That is still going to be the kill from Z-Power. Twist has no idea what just hit him. Nitro able to trade back, doing a lot of work for Liquid, and Nitro steps up with a triple kill. 10-5 half coming through. ForZe, what a half it was.
What a half indeed. Almazr, 19 frags to close it out there, and not a bad one at that. Nitro, yeah, we talked about fragging in-game leaders. Hasn't been Jerry so far this game, but Nitro making sure that Liquid are at least within a fighting chance so far. And again, just super impressed by ForZe. Even when they slowed it down, still being able to bring it to Team Liquid, making them real uncomfortable. It's off a solid team play and excellent individual performances as well. And we have the bets from GG Bet as well. A little bit better for Liquid right now, 2.59 in odds, 1.48 for ForZe over there. The official partner here of well, the GGBet Invitational for Cologne.
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, it does. It adds up.
Well, here come Liquid in towards the A-bomb site. Jerry's going to be sitting back towards CT. He was just looking for a player to come through Palace, but no one coming through that area. Twist starting to push in towards CT, and Liquid have got the bomb site. This has to be the retake from ForZe. They have got a kit, 2 flashbangs, and a smoke alive. And Facecrack, look at this, though. If he picks up this kill, then that is a chance, but Naf runs right back towards spawn. Easy headshot coming in, and Liquid have the man advantage, followed up by Elige. This isn't looking great for ForZe, although they still have got that kit, so they can take a little bit more time as Flit is taking away Stewie. Standing on default is Nitro, but the rest of Liquid, they've got so much control of this bomb site. Amazer with 2 headshots, though. Naf having to play the long-range position towards short. The defuse is on the other end. The bomb is on the other end of the boxes. Elige has to get it done, and Naf hits the headshot. Z-Power will fall, but that game's very scary for Liquid.
Yeah, it was a long period of time where ForZe couldn't hit a single shot, and just with a snap of a finger, 3 of the Liquid players go down. And as you said, with the bomb planter where it was, Naf out of position. If Elige doesn't pull that out of his bag, then all of a sudden we could be looking at 11 rounds and a perfect start for ForZe to start the second half.
Well, Liquid get the pistol that they need. Now it's all about not losing to the P250s and USPs. We've seen that happen today. Elige taking some top mid control. He's got the Krieg. Definitely a player that used that even before, you know, the changes of the price on the AUG and the SG.
Yeah.
So obviously he's had a little bit of extra time to sort of master the weapon. He's quite incredible on it.
Most definitely.
Oh, Z-Power goes for the Zeus kill, but doesn't work out. Naf able to get 2 kills coming through. That's 3 for him overall in the round, and now Almizer and Flit left into the 2v5. Not looking great for them.
No, you do appreciate the effort, though.
Yeah.
You really do. I think Stewie had a Zeus kill earlier on in the tournament on Nuke. Oh, Flit. All right. Showcasing P250 skills. Oh, actually, yeah. Doing significant damage here. Twist needs to be careful. It's going to get escorted out from the danger zone by Elige.
That's 2 rebuys he's just forced onto Liquid as well.
Yeah.
So it keeps their economy super modest.
Make that 3. That's, yeah, mainly off the back of Flit. I'd give that 2 3/4 of a kill.
Yeah, definitely.
Not bad at all. So it's expensive days for Team Liquid. Have to reinvest quite a bit, and comes at the worst time as well because as ForZe there, well, they're going to buy up. Op in hand of Z-Power. No armor, though. But yeah, outside of the utility, obviously they have the weaponry that they need. It's going to be utility that is really the big Achilles heel for ForZe. We'll see how they deal with that.
Well, Z-Power boosted up on short, looking down the middle. The player coming in very quickly towards him. That's Stewie. And he will hit the deck. So the man advantage is there for ForZe yet again. And Z-Power is, again, doing a good job of finding those opening picks. Facecrack will take away Elige. And Liquid, again, at the start of this half, not looking too great when it comes to the gun runs. ForZe impressing to another level, I have to say. Like, this has just been excellent. I knew they were a good team. I knew they were going to put up a good fight against Liquid, but this is incredible. Molotov gone up towards Z-Power. He has had to fall away. Liquid have managed to recover it quite well from Nitro and Twist. Jerry is going to get his head torn off. Is Nitro able to get the follow-up? So Team Liquid, they've got the man advantage. As they start to make their way in towards the A-bomb site, the bomb will be there. Rotating through towards CT as Z-Power. The man that started off the run well for ForZe might just have to try and end it well as well. Bomb getting planted, spam coming through. The bomb does go down, but that's a great kill coming through. It's back into the 2v2 as Twist looks towards the top of the connector. The headshot could have been there, but Almizer picks it up. Naf into the 1 versus 2 clutch. He'll stand inside of Sandwich. The bomb is planted for him, but surely his position goes checked. Surely they know that this is a possibility. I think he's been spotted as well. Naf, so difficult. Player on top of the stairs. Almizer comes in, and ForZe will get 11. Incredible stuff coming through.
Yeah, wild swings in that matchup, well, in that round itself, actually. ForZe with the 2 opening kills. Team would bring it right back. And Almazer finding the right spam spot through the smoke to, well, basically get rid of one Liquid player immediately off the back of a plant. It's really, really well done. Wins out the duel as well versus Twist, and that's not really easy to do. Twist, definitely a definition of a sharpshooter. ForZe on 11. So, finally break the deadlock and get the first round of the second half. Also sends Liquid back into a bit of an uncomfortable spot. Bit of a force buy here on the side of Stewie, Hero AK. Let's see how this pans out.
Well, they're going to be sending their troops over towards B here, Liquid. Want to see what they can get done. It's going to be the flash going over the top. Here comes the push, just straight in towards the B bomb site, giving ForZe a taste of their own medicine, but can they make it work? As the kill comes in, and it's going to be one for Z-Power, make it 2, but Nitro and Naf replying with a couple of frags, although Z-Power still stays alive inside of Kitchen. Desperately looking for another kill. Damage being done as the Molotov will burn away Stewie, and now it's Naf and Nitro left, trying to hold on to this bomb plant, trying to make sure it takes over. As FaceCrack starts to make its way through the apartments, there's still plenty of time, but Nitro, he's got the headshot onto Z-Power. FaceCrack needs to make the play. He makes it here towards apartments, and the second comes in as well. FaceCrack sweeps them up, and it'll be 12 here for ForZe.
That's a big one to win. Yep, probably taking a little bit more damage than they would have liked to. Getting caught out with the nades and everything as soon as that B hit comes in from Liquid. Sends things a little bit astray, but they managed to hold on to an op. And 1 AK, so reinvestment should be doable. It's not going to be the prettiest of things, but something you can live with. Also keep in mind that Stewie did buy up an AK in that previous round, so he's going to have to do with Galil in full armor. That's about it.
Well, ForZe definitely starting to feel very confident, I'm sure. That's the amount of gun runs they've won here. They also a solid start in the first half. Slower one in the second, but the answer right back to the first gun run win. Naf will take the initial kill for Team Liquid, though, as he takes away Jerry. Man advantage there for the T side to work with. They fall away as well. And look to group up in towards the A bomb site.
Oh, with the man disadvantage, can they turn it around? Well, FaceCrack seems to think so. Snaf taken out of the equation for the push sets in as well, so that removes the pressure point. Could be a pretty big deal for Liquid.
Well, FaceCrack up on top of the Wooden Palace. He's going to be sitting there with his teammate at default he can work with. His Z-Power has got another kill off camera for ForZe. And so the man advantage is there yet again for the CT side. Liquid gonna have to dig deep and try and find some sort of kill to pull them right back into this. Although it's not looking too great as Stewie has finished off. The Galil not winning the fight against the AK of Almazer. FaceCrack picking himself up one as well. It's all on Nitro. He's clutched before, but this is definitely on another level as Z-Power takes his head off. It's 13-7. Who would have guessed this? Literally no one.
They're smacking him around, and that's Liquid getting an opening frag into the round and not getting a single kill afterwards. ForZe bringing it back. Nice aggressive push from FaceCrack to equalize the score, and then solid utility usage. You can see the second they committed to that A push, they never really made it further than Tetris. They got stopped completely, got staggered. All of their smokes that they put out first just dissipates because they take too long to get up, and at that stage, it's all about ForZe.
I have to say though, ForZe have definitely impressing in this game even more. They're playing good Counter-Strike as well. It's not sort of gimmicky and sort of you're throwing something at Liquid that they can't handle. They're playing very solid Counter-Strike and it's working well for them.
Right now though, might have been a little bit of an oversight as you had a pretty significant rotation. They're a little bit out of position. Liquid managed to draw a lot of faces and eyes towards that A bomb site in the middle area. B is going to be the hit though. Boosts up.
Well, they've got back in time.
Oh, Stu.
Almazer's got to get 2. And Stu is finished off trying to plant the bomb.
In the open.
Yeah, that was... it was an interesting decision to plant for sure.
It's like, well, they've got to boost the guy up and 1 round Edward. Better plans. That was a, desperate attempt from Liquid. And, I mean, things are getting pretty desperate for them right now.
Yeah.
ForZe doubling the lead of them.
I think it's the plan again. I don't know what's happening there.
That is pretty wild.
Perhaps he's more scared about sort of kitchen. Perhaps they might not have had the info flowing that they're all towards short, really.
Could be.
Z-Power looking for the opening kill, but Elise has picked him off.
Yeah, misses out on that jump from window over to catwalk. We need to take a page out of Dexter from Greyhound's video tutorial on how to do that. Nice double push from Force. Even if it's an equal trade, they do get information, clear out that entire part of the map. And, well, talking about aggressive pushes.
Look where Flit is.
Yeah.
He's pushed all the way through the apartments on the other end of it as well. Liquid definitely not expected that. As the kill has come through, it's into the 3v3. Liquid desperately need this. And they are unable to pick this up. ForZe will be on map point on Mirage. Up next is Overpass. And, you know, even with this performance from Team Liquid, we've got to favor them Overpass. That is their sort of home ground. They're looking very solid on it. ForZe can play it, but again, there's sometimes where they look relatively weak, even against Tier 3 teams on that map. So
yeah. They've been very hit and miss, to say the least. Now, though, Nitro can appear up from a pit. Krieg in hand. Jerry nicely tucked away in a position here, but he kind of needs to get the double kill in order to keep Force in this.
Well, Amazer, oh, that was an opportunity, but Stewie, he'll pick up the headshot. Amazer gets dropped, and Jerry's just spotted the ball cross towards Underwood. He's got that kill. Can he get the double? No. Elise will answer back. And so the advantage is with Liquid. Flit has to make the clutch happen. He's coming back from the B bomb site, and now there's so many angles to check. He doesn't know if there's a player pushed up in jungle. Connector that could be anywhere, because Team Liquid, they've got time to establish their post plans. Molotov goes in, he spotted one towards Underwood, but that Molotov, I think that might just be enough to sort of slap him on the wrist and force him to save.
Yeah. There we go, picks up the op as well. And while Flit is busy trying to maintain that weapon that he's probably going to give up to Z-Power as we get into the next round, what you guys at home can do is head over to csgo.net and use the code Cologne. That's going to give you a chance to get 30% bonus to your top-up. And also you have the chance to win some cool skins. So go over and head there and see what it brings to you.
Yeah, definitely get a better skin than Stewie's Nova.
Yeah, that's a bare minimum.
Yeah.
Speaking of, here's something better than something else. That's GGBet's odds for Force right now, 1.09.
Yeah.
Definite favorites with the current score, Liquid at 631. So if there are any Liquid believers, I suppose, now's the time. You're not going to get those kind of odds for Liquid often.
No, I think this probably might be the only time you probably see these types of odds for them in this tournament.
Keep in mind, this is for the map one as well, not necessarily series.
Yeah.
It is ForZe's map pick.
Well, Twist has actually had such a quiet game. 9 and 18, and he's a player with so much skill. And I think Stewie as well, like, those two players not really getting it done. And the scary part for me, right, you look at the players on Team Liquid, Naf, Stewie, and Twist are around the same level towards the bottom of the scoreboard. That's not something you see too often.
No, it really doesn't happen. Usually you get solid production pretty much out of everyone, all 5 on that team. Meanwhile, on the side of Force, Almazer has been able to maintain the solid form he had on his first half, leading into the CT side as well. Z-Power never disappoints. And Liege goes down in mid.
His opening kills are just incredible. He gets so many opening picks for his team. Really gives ForZe the best chance moving forward. And again, he's doing it against Liquid.
No slouches.
Smoke goes off towards top connector. Z-Power just spamming through, hoping he can connect a shot onto Stewie. He's moving his way up towards top connector. Going to try and work in tandem with Nitro, who's up in Palace, but Jerry, he's going to be waiting on the other end of it. Liquid have brought a lot of their forces over towards A. Pretty much everyone ready to split in towards the bomb site. They have a 3-pronged approach, one from the ramp, one from connector, and Nitro striking from Palace with the double headshot connecting. It's on face crack, but he's finished off. He only gets the 1 kill, and Liquid, they've got the advantage.
At least had. There we go. Almazer, not the, I guess, typical opper. Still going to get the job done. Might well go smoothly down for Liquid, though. Limited amount of space where they could actually be playing this after plant from, though, and Force has to be aware of it.
Yeah, well, Naf is up towards Tetris. He does give away his position with a shot coming in, but kill comes through onto Naf, and Twist takes his place in the exact same position up towards Tetris. There's one, cannot connect on the second, and ForZe make it happen again. It's map point on Mirage.
And then it's also Almazer, well, getting above 30, 31, 2, and 12. He's just putting on a show versus the #1 team in the world.
I don't know how this is happening.
I don't think Liquid are either. They're definitely taken aback by this. Again, we mentioned it. This is a team that's been on the fringe of top 30 on the world rankings. And obviously haven't made too much of a splash internationally. It's been limited, I guess, opportunities for them. They did go to Copenhagen Games, did win. That's a solid start. Usually we see that whatever team wins that kind of a tournament, they do go on to do pretty good things, whether it's the team themselves or just individuals from the side. Right now, they might be putting the fear into Team Liquid.
The thing is with ForZe, right, every time they're given an opportunity to perform at a bigger event or a bigger stage, they always deliver as well.
Yeah.
They never really fall flat.
Pretty solid, with pretty good talent and skill to have. There's no doubt about that, not falling to the pressure. Right now, if you were to look at it, you would think ForZe was the #1 team in the world.
Definitely putting on a great show here against Liquid. They've only managed to salvage 8 rounds so far. It's not amazing stuff, but Naf looking for the opening pick, but it's aggression towards the B Apartments. Nitro caught off by Almazer, and that's another kill added to his tally. It just keeps growing.
Where will he stop? It's also going to alleviate a lot of pressure on their side. They could potentially try to do a bit of a cheat rotation, leave one player over towards B. Almazer is on pretty low health, though. That could be the reason why they opt to stick together. As we see the bomb moves over towards A, at least for the time being. Smoke goes over as well.
Well, FaZe playing this position. This time they're not going to be cut off by it. He still will get 1 kill. Twist able to trade back. An advantage is there, but it's fallen to pieces as Elish has taken away Almazer. Another kill coming in from Flit in from the backside, trying to deny the bomb plant, but he'll take the kill onto Twist. It is going to be a 16-8 win for ForZe on Mirage.
That was dominant. That was just, there was no doubt who was the better team from start to finish on that map.
Yeah.
Surprisingly enough, and it's